Are budget desktop DACs actually any good? Well, let's find out, because today, in today's video, I should say, I'm reviewing the FX Audio DR07. Let's get it. What's cracking, audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews. So I've got here the FX Audio DR07. It's coming in at a price of $169 US. And inside of here, we've got dual AK4493 DAC chips. We've got Bluetooth supporting LDAC and aptX HD. And we've got an XMOS XU316 USB processor, so it supports those high bit rates like 32-bit, 768 kilohertz. Damn, sounds good so far, right? So let's have a look around the exterior. On the front panel, we've got a power button, which also doubles as an input select button. I will show you this display, which is, I should have said, there's also a display, and I'll show you that soon. There is a 3.5mm unbalanced headphone output and a 6.35mm unbalanced headphone output. And then we've got a volume knob and multi-function button. Moving around to the back, there's our Bluetooth antenna, USB in, optical in, coaxial in, and an optical out. And that's weird because I don't think I've ever seen an optical output on a DAC before. That's quite strange. And then we've got, of course, an RCA line out and out DCA 12-volt power input. So pretty basic design on the exterior. And yeah, unfortunately, there is no balanced headphone output. Not that that really compromises the audio quality of the headphone out, but it's just more of a convenience, I find. It's if I've got balanced, if I've got unbalanced, I can use everything. So that's unfortunate. But remember, we are talking about a budget DAC device here. It's $169, which is, there are quite a few dongle DACs out there that cost more than this. So, oh, by the way, one other important thing that I should mention, the headphone circuit, the headphone output, is pretty powerful here. We're looking at 1100 milliwatts or 1.1 watts of output power from these single-ended headphone outs, and that's pretty impressive. So you can drive most of the headphones out there with ease. Okay, I've just plugged it in and turned it on so you can have a look at the display. Yeah, the display is quite small. Unfortunately, it's if it's not on your desktop, it's not going to be much use to you like that. And I also want to say, before we go any further, if you hear any noise, I apologize. We've got a massive thunderstorm going on outside. It's pouring down rain. Raining cats and dogs. So like I said, the power button also cycles through your inputs. And this one will mute or unmute the device. And if you do a long press, it'll take you into the menu where you can set your gain setting. So there's low and high gain, which is important because I was testing some IEMs the other day and I thought, ooh, there's a bit of background noise. That's unfortunate. I'm going to have to dock points for that. And then I remembered, oh, wait a minute, I got it in high gain. So as soon as I switched it back into low gain, the background noise was gone. So it's good for fairly sensitive IEMs, no problem, and also hard to drive headphones. You've got that option, that versatility there. So I tested this with some of my usual suspects like the Lecture S12, the Kafine Delchi, my Sennheiser HD650 headphones, and sensitive IEMs on low gain, didn't hear any background noise. And on high gain, more than enough power, way too much power to drive my Sennheiser HD650s. Now, when it comes to sound signature, the DR07 here is very neutral and very transparent. So it's kind of hard to describe the sound because it is just pretty much completely neutral. In fact, it's so transparent that you could almost call it clinical in its presentation, if not for the excellent bass extension and the depth. So you do have good end-to-end extension. If you've got speakers or headphones with a nice sub-bass response, this will not disappoint you in any manner. You'll get the full bass response. But having said that, that bass, the mid-range and the treble, it will all be neutral and uncolored. So that pretty much leaves us with the technical aspects. I find this a very detailed DAC. It's got a nice, clean, uncluttered presentation. It's got precise stereo imaging and placement. There's good layering within the soundstage and well-defined edges to musical notes with everything coming from a nice black background. Again, just remember, have the right gain setting if you're using sensitive IEMs or power-hungry headphones. Now the soundstage, it's fairly wide and it creates a nice, clear and spacious sound. Instrument separation is excellent, which facilitates nice high resolution and very good detail retrieval. Now this DAC offers a nice natural lifelike reproduction of vocals and instruments, but it's going to depend on your transducers, i.e. your speakers, headphones, or IEMs, because like I said, neutral. So it's a good unit or good device to help you see the true colors of whatever you might be listening to. But I found the mid-range is rich and full-bodied, so vocals sound nice and intimate and engaging without becoming too forward or recessed. Again, depending on what you're listening with. High frequencies or the treble is delivered with clarity and finesse and without any added harshness or sibilance or any ESS glare. I think that's a thing of the past, in my opinion. Even with brighter headphones, it's still pretty good. The treble extension is impressive, so you get plenty of air and openness up there. That complements that wide soundstage. Now, I'll do a quick comparison with the iFi Audio Zen DAC, which is $99, so it's quite significantly cheaper. I'm not going to bring it out on the table here. You'll just have to bear with me. But the Zen Air DAC comes in a smaller body, but it's polycarbonate, or i.e. plastic, compared to the aluminium chassis you get with this one. The iFi has got no display, but it does have iFi's power match, which is basically a gain setting, low and high gain, and X bass. So it does have a bass boost, which is a pretty desirable feature for some people. Now, in terms of power output, the iFi Zen Air DAC only does 230 milliwatts compared to 1100 milliwatts on here. So if you've got demanding headphones, this is a much better choice for you. The iFi has a Burr Brown DAC chip, iFi's standard, and I find it more relaxed in tone than the DR07s here with the dual AK4493s. It's similarly resolving, the iFi that is, but not as detailed or etched as the dual AK DACs in the DR07 here. I find the Zen Air DAC to be sort of a little bit more relaxed in its presentation, whereas the DR07 is very precise and transparent. So I think that covers pretty much everything. So to answer the question I asked at the beginning, are budget desktop DACs any good? Well, in this case, yes, they are. Very good indeed. FX Audio makes great stuff. They always have, going way back to the DAC X6, was it called? I did that like 7 or 8 years ago. I reviewed that. People are still buying the Mark II version today because it's such a good DAC. This one is also fantastic. Highly recommend it, but you have to keep in mind it only has unbalanced or single-ended headphone outputs. So yeah, that's one drawback, but again, we're looking at, a budget DAC. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, Parfam audiophile style. And if you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button before you go. If you want to support the channel, which would be much appreciated, check out my Patreon link in the description below. And until next time, I'll see you later.